RGR, where you been? It's been almost a year. No, it's been about 9 months, thank you very much. Now, if you really want to know the answer to that question, that is after the battle. In the meantime, this is a battle that I had against Hans, who was on my friend list for my 3DS, and he challenged me, so I said, yeah, let's have a battle. And so it turned out to be pretty good, and I figured this would be my comeback battle, I guess? Anyway, yay me, welcome back! No. Anyway, his team is pretty good too. I actually put it into one of those team builders to see what the weaknesses and stuff are, and there weren't any more than 2, I believe, shared weaknesses for anything. I could be wrong, but I'm probably gonna check that again. And yeah, so pretty well made team. Anyway, let's get into it. Alright, here comes Hans stepping up with his challenge. Now, I'm gonna lead off with Bug Eyes. In all honesty, it's kind of an obvious lead. You know, the whole Galvantula, Sticky Web, Focus Sash, all of that. I mean, it's obvious because it works. So that's what I'm gonna go for. Sticky Web, just straight off the bat, slow down his entire team. It works. So he's gonna go for the Flamethrower. That is just fine by me. It's gonna bring me straight down to the Sash. There's no games about that. So, I don't know if any of you guys ever watched Xenon, but he's a pretty good battler, and one thing that he always tends to say is that if you can keep something for death fodder for later, you should probably do it, because you never know when it's going to help out. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to Volt Switch out of there, and do a little bit of chip damage to this thing on the way. So I switch out into Dot Quack, my Porygon 2, which I actually have not really used before, so this is kind of a new thing to me. He's going to go for the Psyshock here, and it's gonna do decent damage. But see, here's the thing. I'm actually specially defensive Porygon 2, and he's testing for that now. You see, he switched the moves up to Flamethrower. And so you can see that did a little bit less than the Psyshock as I go for this Thunderbolt here. So he's just gonna switch it back to Psyshock now. And watch this, Porygon 2 is a monster, living on 1. And so I'm going to be able to get the recover off, which is very nice, because even though I'm not really usually one to stall, although, alright, I won't really say that. I'll stall if I need to. But he's Life Orb. I'm just going to go for recover again. He's going to go down to his Life Orb. He could have saved that Delphox for Death Fodder the same way I saved my Galvantula, but I mean, hey, to each his own, right? Anyway, I'm not even going to do anything. I'm just going to get this recover off real quick, get myself some HP back, which is nice. And he's going to come out with his own Porygon 2. Now, at this moment, I'm thinking to myself, if you really want your Porygon 2 toxic that badly, then present it to me. Present it, and I will toxic it for you. And so that's exactly what I do. I win the speed tie and I get the toxic off, which is really nice, but then at the same time, I don't even know why. I don't know why I somehow did not expect him to do the exact same thing. So now we've got 2 toxic Porygon 2s, but in all honesty, I don't even really mind, because as long as his Porygon is on a timer, I can deal with it. You know, I can work around. So that's what's going on right now. I'm just going to withdraw because I'm thinking, hey, I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go into Beatrix, my Lucario, and, you know, I figure there isn't really much that thing's going to be able to do, and I'm probably going to scare it out anyway, right? So he goes for this Tri-Attack. I'm pretty glad that he doesn't get any of the hacks. No paralysis, no nothing. And like I said, I knew that he was going to switch out, so I decided to go for the Nasty Plot. Yes, I'm running the Special Lucario right now. He switches out into his Slurpuff, and these things can cause some serious damage. I don't know if you've actually seen them or whatever, but they can do some hurt. But either way though, I get the Nasty Plot off, and rather than see what this thing's gonna do, I go straight for the Flash Cannon. Plus 2 stabs, special, super effective Splash Cannon is going to take that thing straight out, and I'm very glad, because, I don't know, that thing was probably gonna, like, unburden Belly Drama or something. Anyway, I haven't battled in a long time, so this is where my rust is about to show big time, right? Because Lucario, I'm thinking, okay, Goodra's really specially defensive. I'm gonna go for another Nasty Plot so that way I can actually put a dent in it, right? I figure, oh, I should be able to live a hit. But I forgot completely and totally about the Flamethrower, and that is just gonna decimate Beatrix. Straight down she goes. So now, it's out to the Catastrophe. If you've watched any of my videos before, which were a long time ago to be honest with you, 9 months about, but still, Catastrophe, no games, this thing. Alright, I know some people run like Life Orb, some people run Choice Scarf. No, that's why I have the Sticky Web on the team, because this is Adamant Choice Band Darmanitan, alright? Nothing is living a hit from this thing, I don't care what it is. So now, I don't have anything that wants to take a hit from the Gardevoir, the Mega Gardevoir, excuse me. So I'm just gonna leave my Catastrophe in and just go for another Flare Blitz and just see how it goes. So since the speed doesn't update on the first turn, I actually outspeed, get that Flare Blitz off, and that thing is gonna go straight down. I am very happy about that. Because actually, with the GUI from the Goodra, we were actually both at -1 speed. Now, same thing with the Gardevoir here. I don't really have anything that I want to take a hit from this thing, so I just leave Catastrophe in. She's gonna go straight down. But that's okay, she took out a third of the team, so it's just fine. Now, this thing's gonna get its speed boost off, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna go out to Tiamat, right? Haxorus coming through. I'm going to get an Outrage off, and that thing's just gonna smack this bug straight out of the air, straight home. You're done, right? Sure, I'm gonna have to take the one Shadow Ball. That's fine, but here it comes, Outrage. This is a dragon against a bug, alright? What's a bug to a dragon? Apparently Yanmega can live on red health after a stab Outrage, so that's something I didn't know. Either way, though, maybe it's because of the rust, too. Either way, though, there goes the Shadow Ball, and my Haxorus actually goes down, so that is kind of ridiculous, and now this thing's speed is getting out of hand. But I realize at this point that I've seen only Shadow Ball every single time, so I switch out to Doc Quack because I'm thinking he's probably choice locked into that. And sure enough, he withdraws, so now I'm thinking he's got to be like Modest Specs with the speed boost, right? So I think it's funny, I actually traced the speed boost, so now there's no way I'm not gonna outspeed, right? Because I'm gonna be getting the speed boosts, but I mean, does it really matter though? They're both walls, they're not really gonna do much. But yeah, so I figure, oh, remember I was talking about the Galvantula before in the Death Fodder and all that? This is where this is about to come into play, for real. Here's what's about to happen, right? So I switch out. I want to clean switch to my Donphan. So I'm gonna switch out. I'm gonna get into my Galvantula so I can take this Tri-Attack real quick. Galvantula's gonna go down. That's gonna give me the clean switch that I said I wanted, right? So here we go. Here comes my Donphan in a second after Porygon 2 takes its toxic damage. Here we go, Sheriff. And Sheriff is not playing any games. So first of all, I'm gonna set up the Stealth Rocks, right? Because the Yanmega is done now. He doesn't have anything to get rid of the rocks, and so if it comes in, it's dead. So I tank that one Ice Beam, which is really cool. And since I'm outspeeding too, you know, I'm gonna go for the knockoff straight after that. Now I'm thinking, worst case scenario, this knockoff will get rid of the Eviolite, so that way if it comes to his Porygon versus mine, I'll be doing more damage. So that was the thought there as I go down to the second Ice Beam, and so now it's getting ahead of myself here. So now he's actually going to go down to the Toxic. So remember I said I don't even really care about the Toxic. Well, that's why. Well, not that I could have actually seen that coming from whenever the Toxic turn was, but I mean, you get the point. Anyway, so Doc Quack comes out, Yanmega comes out. Like I said, the stones got set up for just this reason. That thing's gonna go straight down, and that's gonna be the game. Alright, you guys, so at the start of the video, I promised you the answer to where I've been at the end of the video, and so here it is. Basically, the short answer would be that life happens. So I actually graduated from college in the time since my last video. I actually work full-time now, so I have so much less free time than I used to have. I used to have all the time in the world to make tons of videos, but not so much anymore. Let's see, what else has happened? I'm in the process of attempting to move out of my parents' home, and so that's fun. I've actually been going and looking at places and everything like that, and just there's so much that's been going on in my life lately, and it has completely hampered my ability to make videos, and I am sorry about that. But here's the thing too, is that just over time, like over the past few months and everything like that, I keep like thinking back to it, like, man, I wish I was making videos. I really like doing that. So I figure I'm gonna come back to it. I'm definitely not gonna be able to put out like a couple of videos a week, like a video a day or something like that. I definitely can't do that. It's probably gonna be more along the lines of like one video a week or maybe two. You know, depending. I know like showdown videos were easier to make, but I mean they weren't, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, that's basically the idea. Let me know if you guys still want me to do shiny giveaways too. I can still do that like once a week, or you know, whatever. Or maybe I'll do it over my Twitter or something, although there's so many people that give away shinies on Twitter anyway, so I don't know. Somebody, if any of you guys are still here at all to comment on this and let me know, yeah. So if you do, I will start doing it again. But I also know that shinies are also so much easier to get than they used to be. What with although PK Hex and stuff like that has already been shut down by Nintendo. You know, if you didn't update your 3DS, that could still be a thing. Obviously, there's also power saves and all that, so it's not like shinies are all that rare anymore. But whatever. If you guys still want me to give out shinies, I'll still do it. So let me know. Anyway, I have gone on for long enough right now. So yeah, I'm back. Adios.